Hello and welcome to Hollywood at Home from Arizona Public Media. I'm Victoria Lucas. You are in for a treat tonight as we present MGM's iconic 1951 musical, An American in Paris. Gene Kelly stars as a former World War II soldier who remains in Paris to try his hand as an artist. And Leslie Caron co-stars in her screen debut as the alluring French girl he loves but cannot have. Or can he? Equally co-starring are the music and lyrics of George Gershwin's songs and the jazz-oriented orchestral piece used in the spectacular dance sequence that ends the film. When famed MGM producer Arthur Freed heard Gershwin's An American in Paris at a concert in 1948, he thought the title alone would strike box office gold. After buying the film rights from Gershwin's estate, he hired screenwriter Alan J. Lerner to create a script for the movie musical that would incorporate existing Gershwin tunes, including such memorable songs as Our Love Is Here to Stay, I Got Rhythm, Embraceable You, and Nice Work If You Can Get It. Next, Freed matched director Vincent Minnelli with actor, singer, dancer, choreographer Gene Kelly to stage and star in the movie. He'd worked with both of them before and knew they'd be the perfect creative team for the project. Kelly immediately set about arranging the lavish dance numbers, but he also needed to find the right actress-dancer to play opposite him. He remembered a young dancer whose performance in a Paris ballet had impressed him. So he flew to France, met 19-year-old Leslie Caron, invited her to do a screen test, and 2 weeks later, Caron arrived in Hollywood. In a 2016 interview, she talked about what it was like to be a complete newcomer starring in a major movie. I couldn't speak much English. I couldn't act. I'd never heard of Gene Kelly or seen his films. During the war, we had no contact with America. But I knew I wanted to dance to the music of Gershwin. The story takes place in Paris, of course, but except for a few second-unit atmosphere shots, the movie was filmed entirely on 44 elaborate studio sets built on MGM sound stages and backlot. The MGM art department earned their stripes in creating a brilliant and believable city of light. For example, when Kelly and Caron run toward each other on multiple flights of stairs below Sacré-Cœur, that was actually one staircase on the studio backlot, made to look like multiples by MGM's film editors and special effects wizards. Production began in August 1950 and lasted 6 months. And, predictably, it was hard work for everyone involved. Not only were there the almost daily exertion of dancing and singing in multiple takes from multiple camera angles, there were the unexpected problems that inevitably arise. For one, there was the matter of Leslie Caron's skirt for the Embraceable You number. One could say it didn't leave a lot to the imagination, at least by early 1950s standards. And in those days, film censors were often on the set armed with tape measures. Kelly and Minnelli worried that the skirt might be considered too risque, but luckily, the censor on the set that day was a woman. And after a dose of Gene Kelly's powerful charm, the skirt was approved with only minimal changes. A more serious problem was MGM executives' second thoughts about the spectacular $500,000 ballet that would end the movie. Even composer Irving Berlin, who passed Kelly on the lot one day during production, said ominously, "I hope you know what you're doing, kid." Still, despite all the problems, big and small, everyone involved considered the hard work worth the effort. An American in Paris was a triumph, an instant hit with critics and audiences alike. And when award season rolled around, Gene Kelly was quoted as saying, "There's a strange sort of reasoning in Hollywood that musicals are less worthy of Academy consideration than dramas." Well, Gene Kelly and company smashed the perceived prejudice against musicals. An American in Paris was nominated for 8 Academy Awards and won 6. Best Screenplay, Musical Score, Cinematography, Art Direction, Costume Design, and in what was considered a major upset, it won Best Picture, beating out frontrunners A Streetcar Named Desire and A Place in the Sun. So now please sit back and enjoy MGM's joyously entertaining An American in Paris.